I found some old footage of me practicing shunting. I have a Marshallese inspired shunt style with the mast is a little bit longer than the yard, so that the tack comes over the deck, but I still use a shunt line. Slight snag there, I think, on the shunt line. Also, I've turned downwind too much. I'm going to call that 32 seconds, which is still respectable. Some other details of the boat. I have a single double purchase main sheet that goes under the shunt line, and also mast stays that have a slide at the top so that the mast can slip to the other position without coming out. They need a little bit of stretch in that to work properly. Coming up on the second shunt here. Pretty good, although this boat has a tendency to turn downwind during the shunt, so I have to pull the sheet in a little bit longer. I thought I'd leave in a shunt that went badly. The problem here is I start the shunt where I'm facing upwind too much, and then this boat has a tendency to turn downwind during the shunt, so you see the horizon moving there, so the boat's rotating, and now it's facing even more downwind now, but it's actually gone a little bit aback. Luckily the sail sort of brailed itself up when I pulled it in, and I can just fix it with the oar. And we're underway again. 52 seconds. Probably enough to lose the race if we were racing. Okay, this one's a good one. Release the main sheet. Pull the sail back with the shunt line. Move and pull the sail to the other end using the other end of the shunt line, and then the main sheet. 17 seconds. This is another good one. Release the main sheet. Pull the sail over, duck under. This time it swang out to pretty much the right spot, but I still need to pull the other end of the shunt line in to get the mast tack secure, and then the main sheet in. My shunt line is just going through a hole in the wood at both ends, so it doesn't run very smoothly, and for that reason I pull the sail backwards with the shunt line into the middle, and then I pull the other end of the shunt line to pull it forward to that end, and that includes a little bit of fumbling to grab onto the other shunt line. But if I had it running through nice blocks, I might be able to hand the shunt line before I release the main sheet and then not have to switch. which could probably save a second or maybe two. The way that it swings into position on this shunt makes me wonder if maybe you could have a thing that just swang into a socket or something, and you didn't need to pull the shunt line tight until after you had sheeted the main sheet back in. This is the fastest one. This one's a bit slower because I'm sailing back in and the hills are getting closer and the wind's becoming more fickle, I think, and I just don't get the same I can't just pull in and veer away, but I don't really make any mistakes. It just takes longer to get going again. There, I think I've actually facing way too high up into the wind. I need to wait for it to veer off there. Now is the best 4 shunts, all at the same time in slow motion. I'm really happy with how consistent it is. I'm going to call that a 17-second shunt on average. I think I might be able to save another second or two just by improving shunt lines and cleats and things like that. This is the blooper reel. I'm adjusting the mast lean and I get caught aback. Only in light wind, thankfully, but the brailing line sorts it out. Check to see if it comes back on its own, and then I use the oar. This is the part of the video where you're meant to say subscribe and like, but to be honest, if you want to motivate me to make more videos, post a comment.